Welcome to the quick hitter version of the Mike Wise Show from Pure Hoops Media. In this featured discussion from part 3 of our 4-part series on the North Carolina basketball family, our panel of George Karl, George Lynch, and Matt Doherty tell my producer and co-host Bruce Bernstein how education, discipline, and faith were cornerstones of Coach Smith's philosophy.
So Coach Smith had 2 very important numbers associated with his career. Yeah, he won 78% of his games over his 36 years, but he had 96% graduation rate, George Lynch. Is that even more of a legacy than his incredible record as a coach?
I think it is. And the people who played and been a part of the Carolina way and family, we all know that Coach Guthridge also played a big part of that. I can remember it was days, and I mean, it pretty much not a day that went by that Coach Guthridge didn't have a notebook in his hand and have reports on guys' classes, their schedule, their teachers, their grades, and that was very important. You know, when Coach Smith came into my living room to recruit me, he was one of the few coaches that stressed that he would promise our parents that he would see that we went to class, we went to church, and we were on track to graduate. And I know Coach Karl and Coach Doherty talked about, he also didn't promise playing time. You had to earn it. That was one of the key components for my family, my father and my mother, that he talked about making sure that his players graduated.
Coach Doherty, what would piss off Coach Smith more, missing a screen or missing a class?
Oh, well, he wasn't real happy with either one, but I know this: you'd get up at 6 a.m. like Coach Karl said, and run with Coach Guthridge for a missed class, for a missed screen. You know, you might get chastised, or he'd do this to me. The worst thing he could do to me in practice was say, Doherty, Exum, change jerseys. And he'd go like this. And that meant Cecil Exum, who was on the second team, would take my spot on the first team, and I would change jerseys to the blue jersey. So, if I missed a box out, and Cecil got the offensive rebound, Doherty, Exum, change jerseys. I mean, oh my God. That was the worst thing to say to me.
Coach Karl, I'm going to give you the last word on this segment. Did Coach Smith ever give you the switch jersey treatment in practice?
Yeah, he got mad at me a couple times on 4 corners, and 4 corner drills were what was a good shot and what was an okay shot and what shot you're allowed. And, so every once in a while I'd break out in 4 corners and I'd shoot a 5-foot running layup. And he would always then make me change and say, that's not what we want. We want only uncontested layups in the 4 corners. And, 4 corners was kind of the opportunity for the point guard to play a little bit. And he kind of thought I took the privilege a little too far. And the hammer was brought down in a very, very demonstrative, but quiet, polite way.
If you'd like to hear more, please check out the full version of part 3 of our special 4-part Mike Wise Show on the North Carolina basketball family from Pure Hoops Media. You can also check out some video segments on the Pure Hoops Media YouTube channel.